The debate stage was electric. Cameras rolled, the crowd hushed, and two men with wildly different visions of power faced each other under the glaring lights. On one side, J.D. Vance, U.S. Senator, author, and rising star of the conservative movement. On the other, Ibrahim Traoré, the young, defiant leader from Burkina Faso, who had shaken global politics with his unapologetic stance on sovereignty and independence. Everyone expected fireworks, but nobody expected the moment that would leave J.D. Vance stunned, the audience silent, and the internet exploding within minutes. From the opening minutes, J.D. Vance leaned into his usual strategy: sharp attacks, cutting dismissals, and attempts to dominate the stage with forceful rhetoric. He pointed at Traoré and said, with a smirk, "This man talks about freedom, but he comes from a system that doesn't understand democracy. He wants to lecture America, but he doesn't even know what it means to build a nation." Gasps rippled through the audience. The comment was bold. Some would say reckless. Vance's supporters erupted into applause. To them, it was the kind of hard-edged challenge they wanted to see. But to millions watching at home, it felt like a line crossed. Ibrahim Traoré didn't flinch. He stood tall, his eyes steady, his hands resting calmly on the podium. He waited, letting the noise die down. Then, in a voice both calm and commanding, he delivered the line that would echo far beyond the debate stage. "Senator Vance, you confuse noise with leadership. You confuse shouting with strength. But strength is not in the insults you throw. It is in the service you give. And if you cannot see that, then perhaps it is not me who misunderstands democracy. It is you." The room fell silent. For the first time, J.D. Vance had no quick comeback. His jaw tightened. His eyes darted. He shifted uncomfortably at the podium. The audience, sensing the shift, erupted in applause, not for the attack, but for the composure. Traoré hadn't shouted. He hadn't insulted. He had dismantled Vance's argument with calm precision. Clips of the exchange went viral within minutes. Hashtags like #Traoré Clapback and #Vance ATTACKS lit up social media. Commentators across the spectrum called it a defining moment, the instant when Ibrahim Traoré, the young leader once dismissed as an outsider, showed he could stand toe-to-toe with one of America's most aggressive political figures and win. But the exchange didn't end there. Traoré leaned forward slightly and added, "When you say I cannot lecture America, you forget something. I do not lecture, I share truth. And the truth is simple. Democracy dies when leaders believe they are above the people, when they weaponize division instead of building unity. That is not a foreign lesson. That is a human one, and perhaps America, too, needs to be reminded." The crowd exploded again, half in cheers, half in shock. Commentators whispered to each other in the press box. Even seasoned political journalists admitted they had never seen Vance so publicly undone by someone who refused to play by his rules. In the aftermath, pundits scrambled to spin the moment. Supporters of Vance claimed it was taken out of context. Critics said it revealed his weakness, his inability to handle criticism without aggression. But everyone agreed on one thing: Ibrahim Traoré had shifted the debate. He had turned an attack into an opportunity, and in doing so, he showed a kind of leadership the world rarely sees anymore. Not the loudest voice in the room, but the calmest. Not the man who insults the most, but the man who speaks with clarity, conviction, and composure. That single moment may have been just a few seconds on stage, but for millions who watched it unfold, it was unforgettable. It wasn't just about J.D. Vance and Ibrahim Traoré. It was about the meaning of leadership, the difference between dominance and dignity, and the truth that sometimes the calmest reply is the most devastating one of all. If that moment shocked you, you're not alone. Millions watched J.D. Vance attack Ibrahim Traoré and saw him silenced instantly by a calm, devastating reply. Here on Beyond Truth, we go beyond the headlines. We uncover the clashes that expose weakness, the debates that reveal true strength, and the moments that change politics forever. So, if you want the full story behind the sound bites, hit subscribe right now, ring the bell, so you never miss the next viral clash, the next shocking revelation, or the next truth that reshapes everything. This is Beyond Truth, and the story doesn't end here.